He was the star quarterback, the best high school football player in Albuquerque, and then he became a Lobo. He was living his dream until he threw it away. Now, instead of wearing the cherry and silver, he suits up in an orange jail jumpsuit. Tonight, what happened? News 13's Katie Kim is on special assignment with the story of a young man who fumbled his future, but is now determined to recover it.
Adversity introduces a man to himself. And
the words 23-year-old Jonathan Mader lives by today. But in the beginning, adversity was the furthest thing from his mind.
Every year, Friday nights when I was the ball boy.
The chubby fullback who played for the Yaffle Pee-wees grew into a 6'4" quarterback at Cibola High School.
Football was almost required. My uncle was a coach, my dad was a coach.
And it wasn't just football. Jonathan was also a basketball and track star, named Albuquerque Metro's Player of the Year in 2008. His future was bright.
I took a few visits. I went to Arizona State, UTEP, New Mexico State.
But for Jonathan, there wasn't much question where he was going to play college ball.
Oh yeah, I grew up watching the Lobos, being a hometown kid, and I've been watching them all my life.
But Jonathan redshirted his freshman year. Then new head coach Mike Loxley persuaded the quarterback to switch and play tight end.
If you want to play, coaches, they make it clear that you got to be able to block first.
Jonathan wasn't thrilled about the change, but was ready to do whatever it took to play and get noticed by the pros. But right before his first season as a starter, it all came crashing down after a jump shot in a game of pickup basketball.
Paramedics and doctors said it was the worst ankle injury they've ever seen. The bone had ripped through the skin and left my foot helplessly hanging to the right. Right then I had that feeling that my college career might be coming to an end.
Jonathan says that sparked a downward spiral.
I kind of shut everyone out of my life and really just was unmotivated and kept convincing myself that I couldn't play anymore.
He turned to drugs and alcohol.
After the injury, it kind of became a way to mask the pain, physically and emotionally.
Jonathan's grades slipped. He lost his scholarship. Then the real trouble began.
Jonathan was arrested in the winter of 2010 after refusing to leave an underage warehouse party and mouthing off to officers. Then last year, he pleaded guilty to DWI and was put on probation. Earlier this year, he was stopped for drunk driving again, then tried to run from police. Today, he wears a uniform of a different kind.
No one sees themselves in these oranges.
Jonathan says he's hurt his family the most.
Letting them down because they did everything for me growing up and kind of set the stage perfect, and I kind of blew it.
Jonathan is finally taking responsibility for his mistakes. He's currently enrolled in an alcohol treatment program at the Metro Detention Center.
No one wants to come to jail, but sometimes that's the only way that God can get through some stubborn people, like myself.
Jonathan doesn't want this to happen to anyone else, sports star or not. His old dreams are dashed, but he's working on a new one to one day coach players on and off the field.
And I want to be a counselor or a social worker, exercise psychologist, something where I can impact people based on my experiences.
Go! He wishes he could go back and talk to a young John Mader.
What you do today is important because you're exchanging a day of your life for it, a day that you're never going to get back.
Jonathan hopes his life serves as a warning to anyone facing adversity.
If you focus on the here and now, you can be successful, and there is hope out there.
Do you believe that for you today?
Definitely, definitely. That's what I can only go up from here.
On special assignment, Katie Kim, KRQE News 13.
Mader is about halfway through a 90-day sentence for being arrested for DWI while he was on probation for DWI. He is set to complete his alcohol treatment program next week.